beautifuls, this is Aromie here, and welcome back to Asagao Academy. I tried to look up about tournament points and how many chapters there are. There's not much about it. And a lot of people are saying that tournament points, that doesn't even matter, because now I'm going to show you the relationship point with whoever you're pursuing. So, there are actually 43 different endings, if I read it correctly. And that's a lot. So I honestly don't know where we are right now. Don't know. The Asagao students in the stand lost their minds. Foul words flew around us. If anything, it seemed the riot was The referee ran out onto the field and spoke to PPG. He shook his head and tried to stand on his leg, only to instantly collapse again.
What?
I don't understand. What happened? That player basically trapped PPG's ankles between his feet and twisted it on purpose. It looked like some kind of judo move. That was no judo. Finally, a stretcher arrived from the main building, along with Mr. McPasta. PPG was gently placed on the stretcher and rolled off the field. My heart sunk as I watched him roll past me, his face contorted in pain. How are we going to win without PPG? He's our best player. Jeff can't handle the rest by himself.
No!
I can't stand here. I'm going to check on PPG, okay? You can't go to the nurse's office. They won't even let you in. I patted him and Mai on the shoulder and stood. I'll make them let me in. I couldn't explain why seeing PPG in pain left me feeling so uneasy, but I felt like I was going to be in constant stress until I saw him. What if he was hurt worse? What if his leg was broken? As I scurried to the nurse's office, I tried to keep the worst possibility from my mind, but I kept whispering through like a ghost. PPG wouldn't be able to play anymore, there was no way. I opened the door to the nurse's office myself. It was still and quiet, a far cry from the chaos of the soccer field. The sun was pouring through the open window, curtains fluttering slightly in the breeze. I glanced around for Mr. McPasta, but he was nowhere to be found. PPG's legs formed long lumps underneath the bed, his feet sticking up in the air like flags. It didn't seem like anyone else was sick. I slipped through the curtains that were hung around him for privacy and pulled a stool up next to his bed. He lay still, eyes closed. Was he sleeping? How could he have fallen asleep so fast? Then it hit me. He hadn't been sleeping before this. Of course he fell asleep. In the distance I heard cheers. I stood and peeked out of the window, seeing the Asagao students in frenzy and the players cheering. Somehow we still managed to win. I sat back down and brushed PPG's hair out of his face. Mr. McPasta obviously helped him clean up a bit, and as his face was no longer covered with the dirt and sweat of the game. I glanced at his legs, snug under the sheets. I couldn't tell what was wrong. Should I take a peek? Shall we take a peek? Let's look. Nothing. So it's a relationship thing. I don't know what to do. PPG shifted and I glanced at him. Ugh. He blinked a few times and looked up at me.
Hana.
What are you doing here? The game. Did we win the game? What happened? I glanced towards the open window. We won. He scanned my face and frowned. What's wrong? I glanced at his leg and bit my lip. His face fell. Don't tell me. If you don't mind. Where did you come from? I've been here the whole time.
What?
PPG, I'm sorry to say that you won't be playing anymore this season. PPG's eyes fell. He didn't say anything. The injury itself isn't so incredibly bad, but it will take a few weeks to heal. At this point, the stress of practicing and playing will prevent it from healing properly. If you try to push it, this improper healing will create a scar tissue and forever limit the strength and flexibility of your leg. Please do not try to play. Even walking around campus will be more than enough stress. This campus is so poopin' huge. Poopin'. I'm sorry, PPG. I put a hand on his arm and he didn't react. Hey, it's okay. The team won this game, right? They're in line to do pretty well this season. You're their captain, and you've done a great job of training them, so... A gentle hand rested itself on my shoulder, and I looked up at Creeps.
Miss Mizuno.
I think it would be best if you let him rest a bit. Yes, sir. I stood and, with one last pat on PPG's shoulder, left. Just as I got to the door, I remembered something.
PPG.
He was crying. I turned back around and left the room, pretending I saw nothing. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's hurt. That's some terrible news. I couldn't believe this happened to him. This was his worst nightmare. Wasn't there some way I could help him? But as I headed back to my room, a small self-satisfied thought popped into my head. I told him so. I'll take this slide and you can mime the movements while I'm... PBG, are you listening? Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, what was that? It was the day after PBG's injury. His knee was wrapped in a brace and his ankle was stiffly bandaged to keep it from moving too much. He shouldn't even be walking on it, but he insisted on coming to class as if everything was normal. I'll read the slide and you can do the movements. Sure. Her slide makes me yawn. No matter what I tried, it was as if he was on another planet. How are you feeling? I'm fine. Are you sure? You can always come talk to me if you need to. I don't want to be rude, but you're not the easiest person to talk to about this. What? What do you mean? He sighed. This is exactly what you said would happen. A hot jet of shame roared down my back. Yeah, but... It's fine. I don't want to talk about it. It's not my fault. I was afraid. It's not my fault. The rest of the day passed slowly by. PBG didn't end up getting any better. Mostly he just stared at his desk and tried to move as little as possible. And I wasn't the only one who noticed. Still, there was nothing we could do. In the middle of my worries, I saw a familiar green jacket and bushy brown hair. Hey! John! He about jumped a foot into the air.
Ah!
What? I'm sorry, I didn't do it. It was a mistake, really. I didn't know he would break like that.
What's up?
Oh, Hana, what's on your mind? What was that about? What's on your mind? I asked you a question. His eyes narrowed.
Ah!
What's on your mind? Okay, sorry, never mind. I mean... PBG's been really, really sad since he got injured. I did not read that. It's like life got sucked out of him, not stuck out of him. I was hoping there was something we could do to cheer him up. Yeah, he's been having trouble getting out of his bed in the morning. He hasn't even been practicing for the tournaments like he's supposed to. At this rate, we'll definitely lose. I guess, but I really wanted to make him happy.
No.
This cannot stand. We cannot lose to those hidden block scum. So, what's your idea? That's why I came to you. Oh my god, Hana. My sister just got back from this huge spa trip. Wait, you have a sister?
I can't believe this.
It's so not fair. I wish I could have gone, but she didn't invite me. What's the point of being related to rich people when they don't even let you do the coolest things?
Yeah.
My, that's it. What is? We should take a trip to... I paused and leaned in to whisper. A hot spring. Do you hear something? What's that dust cloud in the distance? Jeez! What the hell, Jared? Did somebody say fan service? No.
Yeah!
Fan service? What? I'm so excited. I'm so glad everybody could come. I looked around at Jared and my... Excuse me? Hello? Ignore?
All right.
I don't even know what that was. I guess coding messed up in the game or something. That was... Save? Yes. Because that was weird. That was weird. I'm sure this is going to be a great time. But of course, any time spent with you two lovely ladies is bound to be great.
Oh, Jared.
Is it just us four? So has anybody been to this hot spring before? I've been to another, but never this one. I didn't even know we had one. Higanbana. I guess. But I guess it's pretty cool that we do. I know about most hot springs in the nation, but this one seems to have been just recently built. There's an inn attached to it and everything. Oh, that's our stop. Let's go. We entered the general inn area and made our way to the hot springs excited. Ma and I split off to the ladies' side, while PBT and Jared headed towards the men's area. As Maya and I cleaned off, we chatted animatedly about the trip. I can't wait to see Jared with his shirt off. This was the best idea, Hana, ever. I tried not to stare at her body. Tried very hard not to compare it to my own. I mean, I had always known that Maya was a bit bigger in some areas, but I never bothered to. Well, it wasn't important. Still, I stared down at my boyish frame and frowned. I've been planning for this day, Hana. I'm so ready. What do you mean?
He's so cute.
What do I mean? This is a golden opportunity, the perfect opportunity to capture my Jared's heart. I've got a whole plan set out and everything. We're not going to do anything that could get you into legal trouble, right? Girl, what kind of food do you take me for? Anyways, you ready to go? Yeah. I wrapped a towel around myself and stepped out to the hot springs. It's so nice in here. Maya immediately got into the water, but I hesitated. Was she going to take off her towel? I wasn't prepared. But wait, I forgot something in there. Okay, hurry back. As I turned away, I noticed Maya unclip her hair from her head and do a dramatic hair flip. What was she doing that for? It was only us here. I ran back into the changing room, standing against the back wall. Calm down, Hana. You've seen a naked woman before. This ain't no big deal. It's not like Jared and PPG are out there. They're not gonna see you. And Maya's not gonna judge you, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, does it? Matter. Yeah. I took a deep breath. I could do this. I could totally do this. I stepped back out to the hot spring, a smile on my face. Sorry about that, but I'm back.
Hey.
Oh, Hana. Oh, jeez. What's going on? What? Come on in. The water's great. What? What? It's a communal hot spring for both sexes. I had no idea until we found Maya out here. I glanced at Maya and was blinded by a bright flash. When it faded, I realized it came from Jared, who was somehow sitting contented next to her and staring into her eyes. Oh my god, they were only wearing towels. They were basically naked. PPG seemed to come to this realization at the same time as me. His eyes grew wide and a blush came over his face. Don't you want to come in? Not that you have to or anything. Sure, I'll come in. I stepped into the hot water slowly, conscious of the fact that each step brought me closer and closer to a basically naked PPG. I held the bottom of the towel down so it wouldn't float as I got in, and I noticed PPG avert his eyes. Anyways, so how you guys feeling? He directed this to Maya and Jared, but they were completely out of it. There was no getting anything from either of them. Finally, I was in. The spring was really small, wasn't it? PPG was really close to me, like really close to me. I had a vice grip of my towel, and there was no room to sit next to Maya and Jared, so I sat opposite them. PPG, standing in the center of the hot spring, looked around and then started to come towards me. Mind if I sit here? No, go ahead. He came closer to me, and closer to me, and closer. Finally, he was next to me, and he started to sit on the rocks next to me. Started to, he never made it. As he was sitting, he bumped into my arm, and my grip on my towel loosened. Oh, so...
No!
Hana! All at once, a giant gush of blood came flooding out of PPG's and my noses. What the hell? What is going on? Ew, it's everywhere. The water is turning to blood. It's the second coming. What? PPG, come back. Hang in there, man. He's floating. He's doing the dead man's float. Oh god, PPG. We're losing her. She's losing consciousness. Hana, I'm sorry. Did he say something? I woke to Maya hovering worriedly over me. Where am I? This is one of the inn's rooms. We rented one for a little bit. I glanced around. It was a standard Japanese-style inn room, nice and neat, but it smelled of fresh orange peels. Maya was eyeing me as if looking for signs of an illness. What's wrong? How did I get here? Do you not remember? Not remember what? I didn't think it would be this bad, but if it was so traumatic, then you don't even remember it. It's probably best not to tell you. What happened to me out there?
Hana.
Mai put a hand on my shoulder. There are some things in this world that you're just not meant to know. But don't question God's blessing, Hana. Excuse me, can I come in?
PVG.
For some reason, a will's worth of embarrassment washed over me. Mai glanced at me and then told PPG to come in.
Hey.
Hey, Mai. Hey, Hana. Glad to see you're up again. Do you mind if I speak to you alone, Hana? Say no more. Mai stood and crossed to the hallway, glancing at us over her shoulder as she did so. Play nice, you two. She winked and shut the door. Hello? He was still shirtless. Yeah, I noticed, so I'm not looking. He sat down in front of me and looked at me still shirtless. I tried to look away, but his chest, anywhere but... Wow, this was a really small room. And it was super hot in here. Super hot. I couldn't breathe.
Hana.
I know you've been worried about me lately. Oh, I glanced away. I'm sure you already know, but soccer is really important to me. One of the most important things. It's been driving me crazy that I haven't been able to play. I can't even attend the practices without having the entire team tell me to leave them alone. But it's been my life at Asagao. Soccer is how I made friends after you left, how I gained confidence in myself. Without it, I didn't know what I would do. I was going crazy and I was getting depressed. But that was no reason to ignore you and throw myself a pity party. That was stupid. I'm sorry for worrying you so much. And thank you. Before, well, I usually feel like I'm a joke to people, but when I'm with you, I feel like I'm more than that. You understand me. You make me feel like I matter, and like you take me seriously. So thank you. You're a wonderful person. PPG threw his head back and laughed. Well, shucks. No, I'm serious. It was thanks to you that I could feel at home here. You showed me what it was like to have a real true friend. Someone who genuinely cares about me. Thank you for making my school life so wonderful. Well, you're welcome. Anytime. Do you think... I flushed. Do you think we could keep growing together for the rest of our lives? I know it's cheesy, but you're an important friend to me and I don't want to lose you again. He leaned over and pulled me into a hug. I wrapped my arms around him, smiling contently.
Hana.
Of course we can.
Yay!
A few seconds went by and then I realized something. PPG was still wrapped in his towel and so was I. It was skin on skin, just a towel separating us. As the realization hit me, my mouth went dry. I was too embarrassed to speak or move. PPG released me and I let go of him. Man, I'm really glad that we came to that conclusion. But I think I should go now. He stood and sprinted across the room, flinging the door open. PPG sprinted past Jared and Mai, who fell away from the door with a crash. PPG, wait! Jared chased after PPG, leaving Mai and I alone. She cried to me from across the room like some kind of demented bug. What happened? What happened? Tell me! Do you like each other, or are you dating now? Is PPG your boyfriend? I could hardly hear anything. You were talking so quietly. I beamed at her, trying to hold it in a laugh. That's a secret. Wait, none of that actually happened, Mai. Just saying. Mai and I walked to class the next morning like absolute zombies. I wasn't sure if it was blood or the heat or the sheer stress of it all. But neither of us wanted to talk to each other. We didn't even want to look at each other. What is going on? Hot spring class? What? Hot spring class. Oh, right. That's what it says. Okay. When PPG and I came out of our room that night, we found Jared and Mai in the room across the hall, sitting 4 yards apart on opposite ends of the room. When I asked whether they wanted to go home... yes, definitely. They responded like that. Something was up. Something definitely had to be up. But the drive back to the academy was made in utter stony silence, outside of a few of passive observation on PPG's part to try and break the tension. If Mai wasn't telling me what happened between her and Jared, that probably meant it was something bad. Really, really bad, especially considering things seemed like they were going well in the actual spring. I wasn't about to bring it up if she wasn't ready to relive it. For all I know, she just destroyed any chances of dating the guy she'd crushed on for the past 3 years. Knowing Mai, it was very possible she simply wasn't able to conduct herself, properly. in his presence. I was about to go poking my nose in her most embarrassing moment. We climbed to the third floor behind Mimi and Akusu, who moved as though approaching their own execution. This is where we are going to stab. I don't know what's going on with Mai and Jared. Are they like, did she confess her feelings and he just feels awkward and he doesn't know how to handle it, so they wanted to go? That's what I think. But that's gonna be it for today's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.